Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome back to the Bretonnia campaign for Mortal Empires. Now in the last episode we fought a grueling siege battle against the forces of Mucilon, eliminating them from the faction completely and returning Mucilon back into the fold of the Empire. So, all we need to worry about now is healing the land of the vampiric corruption, which is going to be a long-term project to say the least. We've got a damsel currently over here, Florence Dubois, if I can find... Here she is, standing behind Jason. She's currently going to be sticking around in order to heal the land of the corruption. She's got a full tier cleanse corruption skill, so she'll be sticking around for a little bit. So between her and the Grail Shrine at Lyonesse, we should hopefully be able to restore the land back to 0% taint, or at least as close as we can, because we are going to have a bit of a situation from here. Simply because if we pop onto here, we get a 1 vampiric corruption point just because of the local population, so something to think about. But now that we've eliminated Mucilon, it's time to decide really which direction we're going to take this campaign next. And this is where I spoke to you guys about, because I don't want to go to war against any of the Bretonnian factions, because I would like to confederate with them if possible. And I don't really want to fight the Wood Elves, one because they're a bit of an irritation to fight against in my own experiences, and secondly because I think the Bretonnian lore would suggest that the Bretonnians would leave Athel alone. It's the land of the Fae, basically, and they don't want to really go in there. So I'm quite happy to leave them alone, and once we actually sort out peace with Togafan, then that will be resolved. So, where else are we going to go? Well, Drake Materium in the last episode's comments mentioned about going down south, which I'm quite liking. If we go down here, we've currently got the Dread Fleet occupying Estalia. So if we work our way through, we can take Babali, we can march down towards Margarita, head up here to Tabaro. Let's burn Skaven Blight. I mean, let's be honest, it's a Skaven stronghold, they're capital of their under-empire. We're going to burn it down to the ground if we can. And then we can continue then towards Titilia in order to take Miragalano and go after the pirates of Sartosa. So we're going to be fighting a lot of undead forces still, and in fact, I just noticed you. What are you doing over here? His name's Tiny Tim. Somehow, the general of a... you have to remember, this is the Vampire Coastway, so these are all vampire pirates. There's a vampire pirate called Tiny Tim that is leading this force. Oh dear. Sorry, I can't get over it. I find it quite funny. But anyway... You haven't declared war on me yet, Dreadfleet, but you are marching, it seems, towards Carcassonne. So we need to make sure we're in a position to stop you, should you get any funny ideas about taking that province off me. So, we're going to go down anyway, to the south, and I think the army that's going to do it is my good king Leon Kerr himself. I think his army's quite suited for this, and as we get more experience, we'll be able to build him up even more. So we're going to have him lead the crusade down to the south. But we're not going to send the Fey Enchantress. The Fey Enchantress is going to actually stay here. Because, as Drake reminded me in the comments as well, that eventually we will have to deal with chaos. And with chaos, we're not talking about simple marauders in that. We're going to be facing Chosen, Chaos Knights, Hell Cannons, and so on. So I want to have at least 1 or 2 forces in Bretonnia to keep everything secure while we go and conquer in other areas. So that's going to be the plan, and the Fey Enchantress I'm going to have leading our defense of Bretonnia, at least for the moment. Once we can get some more armies, we may consider sending her off to conquer another area of the map while have another army protect Bretonnia. But all we need to do first is focus on money, so I can actually get the money to go and do that. So, Leonka is going to march down south. Fey Enchantress, where did I put you? You're here. Okay. She was originally going to head down south. We're going to swap around. Let's just force march you to Langil. Well, actually, no. You're pretty close by. I think you might get there in 1 turn. After this. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll switch her over to normal stance and get her to Langil. Because then we can actually focus in on building up her army up to full strength too. So that would be quite nice. Because, yeah, especially if we pop to Korea in a second, because we're going to have access from here. If you guys remember to both Knights of the Realm, and, well, we can't hire Questing Knights for her because she hasn't got the Questing vow. So as a result, they were like triple almost the amount of money you have to spend for her upkeep for them if I put them in her army. So we're going to keep it okay for now. Although, actually, just saying that, you've got population 4. We could build you up. Where am I? Oh, hang on, I'm actually building up Musilan, aren't I? Let's pop on here. Yeah, if we... You know what? I'd rather leave that for the minute. We'll leave it for the moment. There we go. We'll pop back to Koyan and we can upgrade this. Upgrading it is not going to be so much useful for the extra building slots right now because apart from the 2 landmark buildings, there's not really that much we need to get. We've already got enough buildings done for these ones here. But it would be nice to be able to upgrade to here, for example, with the Pegasus OE. So we can get access to Grail Knights as well as our own Pegasus Knights we can add to Leonka, both, well, we can add Grail Knights to Leonka's army, but once we give the Fey Enchantress the Grail Vow, that would be a nice addition. But only that, we need to give her Grail Guardians as well, which I think is quite thematic, which requires me to get a tier 5 one of these, so we're going to have to go up with that train anyway. And get access to Squires would be quite nice. Plus, what else is there? We need this one to get Pegasus Knights and Hippogriff Knights. Oh, I've never used Hippogriff Knights before. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And eventually we can get Blessed Field Trebuchets once we get up to here. Lots of stuff to get, very expensive to do, but we'll sort it out. Now, who we got left to move? Jason Beastslayer. Now, he's been very effective when he actually, completes a mission on the campaign map. So what I'm going to have you do, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to have him come down to join Leonka as a sort of scout of sorts. So we can have him go after some of the units here. Like, for example, if we went after these guys, we can have him focus on assassinating the Vampire Fleet Captain, Catherine Rogers, or assault Tiny Tim's army. So we could do that, or we can have him go after, I believe that's a Right Gunner? It's been a little while since I used the vampire accounts, I think he is. Yeah, Gunnery Right, so that's the one. So I'll tell you what, let's have you come after this army and prepare to assassinate that hero. So you can do that. I think everyone else is done for now. I'm going to keep the money, so we can start recruiting a few units for the Fey Enchantress. But I think that's it. No, hang on. No, there's 2 things I was thinking of. One, I got another hero somewhere. Is it this one?
Priestess of the lady.
No, it's not her I'm thinking of, although we already know where the Dreadfleet happens to be. So tell you what, let's have you make your way over to Miracolino. Nope, I want you to come this way, please. Thank you. Apparently it's quicker to go that way. Interesting. But no, I want to go this way so we can scout out what we're going to be facing along the way. Like already here, I can see there's Estalia rebels in Margarita, so we could see Estalia be re-established before we even get down here. That would be interesting. But you can go there, but that doesn't answer my question. I had a paladin somewhere. Where did I have him? Can't... No, that's Jason. Ah, here he is. What was I doing with you again? Merivek Beaumont. You're coming down... No, I don't need you to come down here, to be honest. Don't know why I had him doing this. Yeah, I mean... Now, I'll tell you what you can do. Let's send you back up to the Fey Enchantress. And you can focus on training her army up. Might as well give her experience for her and her army while they're sitting around and doing other stuff. Now, what are the other 2 things? Okay, yeah. One was this. I would like to try and do this quest battle in this episode. Now, if we look at Leonka's force, we're not quite at full strength yet. You'll be done in 1 turn. These are the main ones. 2 turns. Okay. And 2 turns will get me to Carcassonne. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them have the 2 turns to replenish Leonka's force up to full strength. And then we're going to teleport over in order to do the quest battle. I remember doing ages ago, and it's a very simple one against orcs. It's not too complicated. There's no special rules to really worry about. It should be a straightforward battle, but we can do it to get the sword. And, oh yeah, technology. That was the thing I was thinking about. Because if we're going to be fighting against the Dreadfleet and the Pirates of Sartosa, I was thinking it might be an idea to take a slight pause from researching the heraldry of Bordello and going towards this, and go for High Seas Decree. This will give me extra chivalry every time we defeat the vampire coast in battle, gives me extra leadership to stop my troops running away, and gives me lower levels of attrition for fighting in vampire territory. So between this one and the one we did for Death's Script Decree, we'll actually be able to get a minus 50% casualty reduction from walking in vampiric territory. So I think I'm going to go for this one for now, and then we can continue focusing down this tree once that one's done. So we'll let that research. It'll take 5 turns. I'm wondering if...
I am gifted.
I'll tell you what, if we pop down towards my other lady, damsel, let's have you, instead of going after Margaret, let's have you come over here and steal some technology. It will help speed things up a little bit. Otherwise, I think that is everything I wanted to do this turn. So, yeah, let's end it. Alright, time for the extra long movement phase. Now, I have to admit, I was actually a bit curious about something, because at the moment I'm reading the End Times Warhammer series. So, for those of you that are unfamiliar, the End Times was the sort of end of game line event that took place for Warhammer Fantasy before they basically just the world was destroyed, to put it brief, and until it was reincarnated in another way, so to speak, in the Age of Sigmar Fantasy, which takes place after Warhammer. So I'm reading through the End Time novels that told about the events you can play through and read about in the End Time books. And I was just reading about the fact with Arkan the Black, who is one of the Tomb King characters you can play in Warhammer 2. He's the one, for those of you not sure, who can actually play with vampire count units, with like Felbats, ghouls and stuff like that. But he's like the right hand of Nagash, the great necromancer himself. And I found it just interesting because it says in the beginning of the End Time books about he was actually siding in a civil war between Leon Kerr and his bastard... Yeah, no, we're going to decline that, I think. But between Leon Kerr and his bastard son, who's called like Mordebard or something like that. But for those of you who see, through the lines, it's basically reenacting the story of King Arthur and his son Mordred. But apparently it came very close, and then by the end of the End Times, you actually found out everything like who the Green Knight actually was, which it's been out a few years ago now. The Green Knight is actually Gilles Le Breton, one of the the great unifier who actually unified the Bretonnian kingdoms back in their old story with his companions. And it's just, I was reading through this, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, where did I miss this in the army books, you know? Anyway, Torgavan, you wanted me to get a peace treaty. You know what? I'm going to take it. Like I said before, I don't really want to go to war with the Wood Elves. I'm quite happy to let them keep Athel Loren. And if they want to expand outwards, that's their choice. But as long as they're not going into Bretonnia, I'm going to be pretty happy. So I'll let them do that. Oh, tiny Tim, indeed. You made a mistake raiding in my territory. I know you're a pirate. I know it's in your nature. But you just made a big mistake doing this. Yeah, you're going to die, I think. It's unfortunate for you, I must say.
By the light of the lady.
Alright, one more turn and then we can do the quest battle. So we'll have you just continue along the way for now. Make your way towards Beyond. Okay, we've got plenty of cash now this turn, so let's pop over to here. Go to the Fey Enchantress, bring her over here. That's going to boost up her replenishment a little bit as well. And let's go shopping. So what I would like to do is actually get another unit of Battle Pilgrims, so we have a good solid front line. 4 units of these guys, 2 units of Foot Squires, and the Grey Reliquary in the middle. I'm quite liking it, so we're going to go for a unit of Battle Pilgrims. Now, something else I would like to try and do is actually get rid of these guys and replace them with troops with either Fire Arrows or Pox Arrows. Now, we've got Pox Arrows in Leon Kerr's force, and I do prefer them to Fire Arrows because, well, these guys will obviously make it so they don't have the chance to regenerate health and what have you, and they can do extra damage against units like Wood Elves and Trolls and so on. Pox Arrows, they just have that nice debuff to the enemy. So I'm pretty tempted to stick with these guys. So we're going to order 3 of these. And we're going to disband these 3. There we go. in the next turn then, what we can start doing is recruiting knights. Now, unfortunately for me, because she has got the Knight's Vow and nothing higher, we can't give her anything better than Knights of the Realm. And Pegasus Knights, eventually. But it's going to be a little while until we can do that, so we'll just have to take our time and see. Now, something I would like to actually do, thinking about it, once she gets her army up to full strength, is, as you can see here, we've got loads of these little sort of special areas. Like Fell Cargo, we've got Remnants of Battle, a Mysterious Island. I think this one is the Leviathan, isn't it? Sea Corpse. You know, we've got loads of these little ones just scattered around the north coast, which is only waiting for us to go over there and try and use them. So that would be quite nice. We've got one down here, in fact. Interesting. I think it would just be handy to go after those, because as you guys know, they can give you different benefits once you complete them. Things like new magical items, new much more money. Oh, that's a bit of a quirky voice just then.
What is your behest?
Thing to get extra money coming in from building, you know, and which you can use for building. You can do all sorts of benefits as well as giving experience. And oh, well done, Deline. And you leveled up as well. Okay. What I'm going to do, I think, for the moment is actually have her focus on taking technology. So we can have her then just focus on doing that bit of an annoyance to... Ooh. I think we're going to use you Thug and have him join up with Jason in the next turn. Yeah, I think that would work quite nicely. But yeah, we're going to have Deline focus on stealing technology so she can just go after my enemies and just keep nabbing their research points so we can get through our research much more quickly. Otherwise we're just going to take ages to try and unify Bretonnia, and I don't want to take ages, you know? I'm just taking a moment actually to have a look through the factions. Like I said, I would like to play a lot more Warhammer campaigns in the future, but I would like to try out some of the ones for like the Faction Unlocker Plus. I can't remember the name of the guy. Is it Chronosis, if I remember right? And I've said about it before, like there's lots of different factions in the game, and I think some of them could be quite interesting variations on playing a standard otherwise faction. So for example, I've said about the Wood Elves. I think going after the... Instead of playing as the typical Wood Elf factions like Orion and Durfu and that, I think it could be quite interesting to go down south to the Southlands where you've got the Knights of Orion, Bowmen of Orion, sorry. That faction just went past then. I think it would be quite an interesting take to do their campaign, assuming they actually exist in the Crisis Unlocker. We'll have to have a look and see. Ooh. Cloaked Stranger, it's this one. So, we could either go for Chaos Corruption, allow it to build for 3 turns and get extra money, or we can go for Safeguard and get the Untainted. I'm going to refuse this creature. We're not going to have creatures of darkness in our territory. How dare he come here?
I hear the wind.
Right. Okay, so we're going to continue building up her force, but first, we're going to do that quest battle. Darlene, let's give you a point there and a point in Specialist, I think. And hang on a second, 33%. I just noticed that just as we started. Oh no, that's actually for Steel Technology. So have you continued to do it? You failed? That's okay, you've leveled up again. Let's go for all the points in Specialist we can go. It'll be interesting to see what happens here with Astalia, whether or not Henry Dreetzman is actually able to restore them back. We'll have to keep an eye on it once we actually get down there. But now, let's get started with this quest battle. So first of all, we're going to put him back into normal stance like that, and then come up to here and teleport straight up. Do I want to teleport? Yes, indeed. Okay, Balance Bar is very much in my favour, and it is a defense battle, so they're going to come to us. Now, what do they actually have that we can worry about? They've got quite a few characters, including the mages, I see. Smite the Orcbane. So, I think he's a goblin one from the looks of him. An orc one here. We've got some black orcs we're going to be facing, some big guns. That's going to be fun. Especially you, excellent armor piercing. We'll have to keep an eye out to kill those. Orc ball boys, spider riders. Ah, it's going to be fun. Oh, fanatics. Definitely have to watch out for those. But it is going to be a defensive battle. I think we should be okay. We've got more than enough knights to hammer the enemy in once they've attacked my my infantry line. And if we keep Leon Kerr there to keep them under control and add to his leadership, we should be able to defeat them with very few losses, despite the fact they outnumber me by quite a bit. Okay. But anyway, you can read a little bit about the battle and the sort of backstory behind it here. But because it's going to take a little while to load up, I'm going to see you guys on the battlefield in a second.
Companions! Bretonnia's need is dire. This terrible fog corrodes our focus. Our enemy, a horde of horrifying beasts, thrives in this gloom. So be on your guard. A head-on charge may not succeed. We must proceed more carefully. They are fast and deceptively cunning. But you are the lady's men, and no beast will stop you. Should we fail today, Bretonnia will be left vulnerable. The kingdom relies on us. So fight to defend all you hold dear.
Okay guys, so we're back onto the battlefield. I have to say, I think that speech is one of the better ones in Warhammer. Some of the ones you come across, like Balthasar Gelt and that, really don't sort of match the characters. But Leon Kerr's one I think is a pretty decent one. You can imagine him shouting like that to his men before a battle. To me, that makes complete sense. But enough of that, let's get started with deployment. So we got quite a lot of cover here, as well as a nice little platform bit up here. And we've got loads of trees all around. The enemy is up here, but they're going to come towards us, so that's not too bad. So what I'm going to do, I think this is the sort of tactic I used to do when I played it last time, and it worked out pretty well, so let's see if it's going to work this time. We're going to have my trebuchets, I'm going to put them right on top of this hill. We can take advantage then of the ruins behind us to prevent any enemies trying to come at us from the rear. At least that's the plan. If they come this way, it might be a little bit more problematic. But we'll let that happen here. We're going to take you guys and put the peasant bowmen just along the front here. So it's going to be a fairly standard basic formation, nothing really to write home about. But it will do the job, I'm sure. Alright, spearmen at arms. We don't need you guys just yet, we want you guys. You can come here. Now, if I'm facing the enemy, I need this unit then on the right. And you guys over here on the left. Right, and you guys are basically going to just hold your position. You're not going to run after the enemy, you're not going to do anything stupid like that. We're going to put Leon Kerr right in the front here. His job is to go after any enemies right off the bat, especially generals. Danzel, we're going to put you here, so you can heal up our troops quite nicely as the battle goes on. Thanks to all the stuff we managed to pick up over the time, like for example the Tower of the Enchantress and that, we pop on here, we've got 123 power reserve. I mean, we could go, as long as we stick to the lower level magic, we can get through that and have that last the entire battle. Right, but anyway, that's our main line. What we're going to do with our knights, well, what I'm thinking is actually put them somewhere like over here. So they've got all these trees here, and they will be perfect to hide our troops until we need them to charge in. We could try doing it this side, but it's not going to be as effective. We could try to maybe hide them in this pot of wood here. But no, we're going to try and hide them here. I think that'll be a good spot. So we're going to grab you guys. We're going to put... I'll tell you what, let's have you guys all in a group. You can stay in that sort of formation, I guess. We'll have you guys, though, in a group. Like so. You're going to have all you do in your lance formation. And we'll have you stick in here. Everyone hiding? You're not. Okay, let's move you slightly over there. There we go. Pegasus Knights, you're going to be in your own group as well. You're going to be over here. And your job is to basically hunt down enemy generals or anyone that's weak and could be killed off pretty easily. And I think that's everything. So let's start the battle. The Orcish Raiders have decided to meet our challenge rather than scurrying away. Show them the folly of crossing blades to the bravest of Bretonnia. And here is the Orcish Horde. So, what they got in front? Zugrak Gobspit, the Orc Warboss. Grom Manflayer, the Orc Shaman. Night Goblin Archers, Night Goblins. So all the Goblin element that was in that first force is literally staying back here for the moment, it seems. While the Orcs are making their way down towards us. So we've got Orc Arrow Boys, Boar Boys, Arrow Boys. Right. Alright, where are... Oh, they've gone hidden. Damn. Alright, what we got here? Black Orcs. Okay, Pegasus Knights, let's have you guys start moving forward a bit for me. I would like to try and take out some of their scouts, especially the mages, if I can get my hands on them. But it's just a case of trying to balance it out because... Whoa. Okay. That was a pain splitter, if I remember right. The only thing is, he's hidden right in the middle of these Orc Boys and Boar Boys, and I'd rather just wait until we can kill him. In fact, he's disappeared off now. There's the Black Orcs. Okay. You guys, are you within range yet? They are not. Okay. I'm gonna have you go after this unit, their Shaman, before we can cast off any more magic and hit our units. So another Brain Burster. Okay, we actually got kind of lucky there. It didn't get hit too much. Okay guys, come down here like I've asked you to do. Please. The troops are continuing to move forward, so as a result, they're not really focusing on us. So they may change that. Oh, he's trying to cast some magic. That's fine, it didn't really do that much damage to us. What are you guys doing over there? Okay, if we can kill him off. Quickly, please. Come on. Okay, he's retreated. That's good to see. He's broken. Let's finish him off quick. There we go. Okay. Men, pull out. And get over here, I think. Come on. Oh, I hate it when my knights get stuck in combat. Like, they have no reason. They could just fly off. Yeah, we got a couple of them just standing around trying to escape. It's not that difficult, man. Come on. And now they're going to get even more damage because of it. Great. One of you has actually taken some damage, I've seen. Enemy Lord. They've killed their Lord. Oh, well done, Trebuchets. Well done. Okay, let's see. Fair Enchantress. Is there anything we... My damsel, I mean. Let's have you... Awakening of the Woods. Let's have you do it against the Black Orc units. Okay, you guys, you need to get out of there. I've already ordered you multiple times to get out of there, so do what I've told you to do. Jesus. Okay, you guys are going to turn around to face this unit. Okay, let's slow things down a moment. Let's grab my knights. I'm going to have them charge towards the Orc Boys. You guys really just get out of there, please. Right. We'll have you guys come around then to attack these Orc Boys from the rear. All my knights are starting to charge in. We'll have you guys come up. Let's have you guys come over here. You guys over here. You guys here. You guys can come here. And the last unit then can come around here. And go after the unit of Orc Boys. You guys come into formation here. You guys are going to charge in there to help. Okay, Damsel, let's switch you over here. We're going to have Earthblood over here to heal up the troops. Like so. Leonka, we're going to have you use all your numerous abilities to help out here. Right. While we've got a massive amount, let's see if it might be worth using that. Dwellers from the Deep may come in useful here. Okay, you guys are going to come in here. You guys are about to charge in. Let's have you guys come around this way, in fact, and attack the unit from the rear. And you guys can come over here and attack them too. Now we've got Arab Boys over here, Orc Boys, some more Boar Boys. Okay, Damsel, let's have you heal up my unit here again. Alright, Orc Bear ones have now pulled back. The Black Orcs have retreated as well. You guys are pulled back. Okay. Alright, we're going to keep our magic back for the moment. You're going to stay here, ready for the next wave. Arrows can do the job quite nicely. Okay, you guys have basically broken them up here. Let's have you guys go after this unit here. You guys, what are you getting shot at for? Okay, let's pull you back over here and you can help out over on this side. Apparently my hidden units have been revealed. I didn't have any hidden units, but sure. Okay, Leonka, you can go after them. The rest of the troops can hold position. That's fine. They've got very few units and they're actually losing thanks against my men-at-arms. So I'm quite happy to let that continue. Damsel, let's heal you up. My troops up some more, please. Okay, slow things down a moment. Well, we'll get our knights now to go off and finish off these units. Okay, you guys can come over here. You guys over here. You guys over here. You guys over here. Right. You guys are on over here to heal up. You guys are going to go after... What's this unit back here? More arrow boys? We'll have you go over there to finish them off. Okay, what we got coming over here? More big uns. Orc boys are coming back. Alright, Leonka, let's have you come over here now to deal with them. Right. Let's use a bit of magic here. Right, here come my questing knights. Right into the units. Losing decisively, that's what I want to see. Right, these guys are already poofing. So have you guys come over here and attack that unit of orc big uns. Right. You guys could do with a bit more of some help. Okay, questing knights have finished them off. Where are my other knights? You guys didn't get sent off. I thought I asked you to go off and deal with someone. Maybe they went into hidden stance or something like that. We'll go over here now. Night goblins heading our way. And we've got maybe some more troops coming in from some direction. Don't know where yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. Okay, you guys, get yourselves back into formation. We don't know where this other unit's going to be coming from, so best to get you information just in case. You guys, you my good king, can go after them. Okay, questing knights, all my knights, we're going to pull you back towards here. Who are you fighting still? You're chasing down these orc ball boys. You should be finishing them off right about now. I'll tell you what, actually, let's just pull you guys back out over here, please. Uncovered hidden troops. Ah, right, the night goblins. Okay, let's have you... Where is that shaman? Tell you what. Okay, you guys. Switch targets. You're going to go after that... Is that the war boss or the shaman? Shaman. Yep, you're going to go after them and kill them off for me. Right. That's it. You go after them, please. You guys go after them. Okay, knights. Let's pull you guys back a little bit. I didn't see you suffering so much damage there. Right, trebuchets are doing their job still. Very nice to see. Right. What we got coming over here? Goblins. Okay, finish off that shaman, please. I don't want to see them doing much damage to me. Okay, Leonka, you need to make your way back over here now. My fault, I let him go off too far. He's having too much fun over there. Okay, Pegasus Knights. Let's pull you guys back out of here now before you take too much damage. Who's suffering the most at the moment? You guys. Do we manage to finish off that shaman? Small force of goblins is... Oh, right. What we got over here? Okay, tell you what, slow things down a minute again. Let's start dealing with these guys. So we've got night goblins, you guys can charge into here. You guys over here. You guys into here. These must be the, goblin riders. Let's have you guys come over here and deal with them. You're going to hold the line here. You guys are going to charge forward there. You're going to come over and charge there. Leonka, you're going to charge into the rear of this night goblin units. Okay, what else do we have to use? You're going to charge into this unit of orc boys. You're fighting that unit already, and you're not doing anything as of yet. Let's have you come over here and attack that unit for me, please. We should be able to defeat that one pretty easily. Alright. Damsel, we're going to have you heal up my units again, please. Alright. You're going to come into the... No, do actually. Come over this way and attack this unit for me. What's happening here? Nasty skulkers. Alright, you guys are charging in there. Great. Alright, let's have... Can we just catch their troops in this? Yeah, we just caught them out. And caused them to break as a result. Good job. Okay, you guys are still winning, but we are outnumbered quite a bit by that unit. So you guys are going to charge into the rear here, please. You guys have charged into there. Okay, you guys, why are you still fighting back here? I've asked you several times to leave. Get out of there. Fast. Alright. Yeah, you guys are nearly killed. I don't want that. Okay, Crested Knights, come over here and finish off that unit for me, please. Before my troops die. Come on. 209 left. I don't want them to die, please. See if you can heal them up, my lady. Okay, you guys are going to charge over here and eliminate them. Okay, Leon Kerr, how you getting on? 118 kills and counting. It's good news. Enemy lord has been killed. That must have just got hit by some cannon, by my artillery. Okay, get out of there. Thank you. Okay, Damsel, you should be able to heal up now. If these have been finished, there we go. Oh, that was close. But we've won the battle. Close victory, apparently. Let's check out our losses. To be honest, though, I don't think it was... No, we lost 280 men. Okay, no, I don't think that wasn't too bad. I mean, I could have maybe lost a couple less. I can see we lost a few men from this unit and this unit. These guys, I mean, they nearly got wiped out. They did kill 211 of the enemy, which is impressive. But the fact they just stood around and basically was getting themselves killed, even though it was ordering them out of the battle, I think it might just be how it can be a little difficult, and they are obviously bigger units. So it might be difficult for them just to sort of move out of position far enough to fly off. But... wow, look at this. These guys, 298, 231, 173. Wow, we killed a lot of greenskins today, haven't we, guys? Gotrek Gunnison, former inhabitant of Carrick 8 Peaks. Isn't Gotrek Gunnison the Slayer from Gotrek and Felix? It's been a while since I've read those books. I really enjoyed them. I think I did get to the thing though, because what I often find, maybe it's just me, but I need to read a series and alternate between books. So I'll have 2 series on the go, and then just read a book of Series A, then Series B, and then back to Series A, because then I find it doesn't get dull, or start just melding into one series almost. Maybe that's just me. I find it's just a handy way to do it. But, back to this now. We managed to get some money. Leon Kerr's leveled up, which is great to see. We're so close now to getting Bequest. That will be fantastic if we do. Alright, we're going to execute the captives. And, ooh, he's upgraded to hero. Let your name be on the lips of every man and woman. Your great deeds go before you. So because we won more than 90% of our battles, it's gone up to the 2nd tier now. Which is 10% melee attack, 20% weapon strength, and chivalry. Chivalry? Oh, we can get this now. We can recruit the Grey Knights temporarily, should we need to. Interesting. Regiments were now unlocked. Knights of the Lion-Hearted. From the home of the first great companion, Fearwolf the Lion-Hearted, comes the most vicious of Bretonnian knights. Interesting. They're Knights of the Realm units, but they got nice shiny lances. Interesting. Okay, we did this. We got 20 chivalry from that, and the Sword of Creon. As you can see, it's going to improve my weapon and strength, melee attack, give me magical attacks, reduce upkeep costs and recruitment costs, and give me the Sword of Creon ability. So 38 seconds, allows me to reduce enemy by minus 27 melee attack and armor. Oh, that's going to be useful. Alright, you're going to get your sword. It's going to be with you as of next turn. We didn't lose any units, and we can continue to replenish this turn. So, for the moment, I'm going to have you guys make your way back to Carcassonne Castle. So we can replenish even faster now. There we go. So, how long we got left until we've got 3 turns, I would say? 2? 3? Yeah, 3 turns, and then we can start the crusade in against the Dread Fleet. They may get some funny ideas now and decide to head off instead. So yeah, you're going to continue to assassinate her. But now if we pop up to the Fey Enchantress, this is for us. Let's get some new knights, now that we've got the cash. I would love to get these, but look at that. I had to give you a thing. If you look at the upkeep for Crested Knights in her army, 780. Instead of like 230 or something like that. It's crazy. But, like, again, you need to get her the questing virtue in order to get it. Questing vow, first. I mean. Let's hire some of you guys. When we can actually upgrade, we may give her some Pegasus Knights as well. I think that'll be a nice addition. As well as maybe another Trebuchet, so we can balance out the blessed one we've got. Okay, Florence, we're going to have you move over to there. A new skill point for Leoncoeur. Now, what we're going to give you... I am tempted to go for this one. We can give him 2 points here, which will give us a 12% weapon strength bonus for our knights, as well as charge bonus. But I would like to continue making him a badass in combat. I'll tell you what, let's go for a point in this for now. And then we're going to give you... Let's give you a point in melee defense. Make you even tougher in combat. Another skill. This is Angeline d'Aquitaine. This is my damsel of the army. It's pretty easy. We're going to go for Earthin and Arcane Conduit. Increase our power reserves and the speed that we can recharge it. Thank you very much. Alright, I think that's everyone we need to worry about for this turn. If can you do this for me? No, you're going to do it next time. Okay. But there we go. The Sword of Kuyon is now back up to full power, working at peak efficiency and all that jazz. And it's going to be fairly nice. I would like to... Like I said before, I would have liked to actually have more quest badge chains so we could do his other items, like his shield, for example, is actually a magical item in the tabletop. But in this, it's simply a skill that you can unlock. It would have just been nice to get some different ones, but then I suppose it does give me the variation and I can give him different armor on top of the line shield, for example, and things like that. So, yeah, I suppose I can't complain too much about it. Although, that's actually something I remembered. Like, while I am a big fan of Warhammer, and I do know a fair bit about the lore, and like, if you tell me about, you know, different things like Karakadrin and that, I could tell you exactly what these Dwarf Keep is in there. I remember when the Vampire Coast Army came out and was being released, and it was talking about Count Noctilus, and I had no idea who he was. I've never heard about him in the lore, never figured out anything from the books before. And eventually I found out from reading these end time novels that in the very first book, The Return of Nagash, it actually features in that, although he's described a little bit different than he does in the game here. He's described almost more like, I would say, an aristocrat, like he's got his little monocle and things like that. And he looks completely different than he does in the game here. But it just made me chuckle that I didn't realise he's a Von Carstein. And he has been around since Vlad took over Sylvania, so he's quite an old vampire at that. Just never noticed about it since I read the novel. Right, Florence, we're just going to move you there. Deline, we're going to have you... Oh, they're laying siege to Margarita. Interesting. We may see Estelia becoming established again. Tell you what, let's have you move over to Taboro. You can go over here and just steal technology from them a bit longer. And speaking of technology, we're one turn away from finishing off the research for the vampire coast. Right, head over here, Fey Enchantress. Let's give you... Oh, we can't give you any more... Oh, you got the maximum amount of wear units. Why is that? Does the Grey Weather... What does the Grey Weather count as? Special. Wow, have we used about 5 points just from these 2 units? Well, so much for me giving her more Grail Knights, I must say. That's a shame. Well, never mind. For now, we'll give her another unit of Knight Errants. And I'll save the money in for a little bit longer. Like I said, if we can't get in more trebuchets, I would like to maybe see about getting her some Pegasus Knights. And we can't do that until this is done, and then we can upgrade this. Oh no, we need to upgrade both of them, don't we? That's 6,000. Hang on. That's 6,000, 10,000, 16,000. If we do this, which is going to reduce it by 1,600 roughly. Ah, it's still going to be a lot of money. Yep, we definitely need her going out and about sailing, I think. Not bad. It's just going to be a very quick turn. I'm going to check my research, my thing quick, just so I can see. Baston, are you willing to confederate me now? You're not. We definitely need you to fight some of these enemies. You are at war with a bunch of them, and yet you're not actually doing anything. It doesn't help your defensive, I suppose. Alright, anyone willing to trade Avalon? Did we lose our trader partner agreement with you again?
Yes.
There we go. I thought we already had trade with them. We must have lost it again at some point. Widow you don't like us, but you are improving. I mean, that's something.
Infest me.
Opposite from Clan Sky? Yeah, you're gonna die. You're gonna get burns. I'm gonna purge you in fire in the name of the lady. Alright, Jason, how did you do? Well done. Good job on eliminating Catherine Rogers. Right, so we've got about 10 to 15 minutes of the episode left. It did take a little while to load up the quest battle. It's kind of weird, it takes ages to try and do that. And I've also got the weird thing, as soon as I load up Warhammer 2, if I click on anything like a settlement, an army and that, it does take that couple of seconds almost to load up. But after that, it's fine. So what I've now ended up doing is going on to start the campaign up, click around so I've sort of activated them, and then reload the saves, and then I can continue from that point, but it will continue as usual. And so far, it's worked out well. I'm not going to complain. Oh, Von Carsteins. I remember your campaign. I would love to go back into the vampire accounts again, but it's like I've got an idea for a narrative let's play involving Manfred, so we're not in a big rush to do them. I still got to continue on Hero's Legacy. I have to admit, my motivation has been sliding a little bit with it. I don't know, I think it's just because I've sort of built up the idea of wanting to do that particular campaign for so long. And now that I've actually got to it, it's sort of thinking, oh, well, really don't want to anymore, almost. I don't know, it just feels that lack of motivation right now. It might be worth... I don't know, I'm going to have to give it some thought. I might have to... I've got the footage. I mean, I've got about 2 hours already done in terms of, like, war footage. I just need to start editing it now. But it's just a bit of... I don't know, I just not seeming to get the motivation that I need to have to do that particular campaign. And yet there are other ones that I read through and it's like, oh, that really sounds like a great idea instead. Well, think about it. Anyway, grey herds. Out of the forest they emerge, the horned beasts that stand outright as a vile parody of man. They are the cloven ones, the children of chaos, and they've come to us to tear down our civilization. The war herds are migrating and destroying anything in their path. Defend yourself from the beastman's wrath. Well, that's fine, because they're on the way anyway. That went a bit high-pitched than I thought. It looks like the Dread Fleet were able to defend Margarita from them. Interesting. Right, you've now leveled up, Jason. That's great. We're going to continue building up his stats. We want to make him a beast when it comes to fighting, you know?
I go hence.
Okay, you continue here. How is our It's going down slowly but surely. It will probably stay until about 4 unless we can increase this one to counteract it. But it's just so much money and I need to save my money up right now. Could spend some money on that, I guess.
Your will?
I'll tell you what, you got 18 units. I think that's more than enough to start making a... going out and about. Although, I don't know, were these guys going to try and attack me? I hope not. Let's focus on this one for the moment. Mysterious Island.
Ever ready.
What's on this mysterious island? Mist clings to the ground and stubbornly refuses to shift even as your followers stride forth. They approach a place of ancient power. It is forbidden, but those who dare to tread here may be rewarded, or so the prophecy scrawled into the map states. So we go for the power of rage or the power of prescience to help ourselves better in combat. And I'm going to go for this one. Extra little bit of cash and favourable wins for extra campaign movements. Cool. And we're going to start taking attrition now because we're in unfriendly territory. Let's move you out.
Through forest and glade.
There we go. We're going to heal back up to normal now. What I would like to try and do next now is actually bring them up through land maybe in order to go after the Sea Corps. I believe this gives me a lot more experience in that and even the potential to have a fight. Although the fights are pretty easy to do. I think I've barely fought any like unit, you know, sort of fights with, hang on. Oh, you got 1 turn more of exhaustion. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. Okay, 1 more turn and you'll be up to full strength, and then we'll have you go after the Dread Fleet.
Defender of the weak.
Yeah, let's spend our money on that, I guess. We did cancel it once already, so why not? Tabaro, you're going to do... Oh, she got wounded. No. Well done, Deline. It's my fault. I should have checked to see if it was going to be a good percentage-wise. But she got wounded. Bugger. But yeah, thinking about it, I think I've only ever fought 1 or 2 pirate battles. I just never saw the point. By the time my armies sort of get there, they're able to auto-resolve. I've taken very few casualties. And I just never saw the point then. I just auto-resolve them, get them over and done with, and so I get the goodies and then move on to the next bit. If I can't fight them, no, because I've deliberately picked a small army whose only job it is to actually sort of go around and collect them. Then I'll just go and take the cheaper option and make it so I might not get as much money or what have you. But it would still give me more stuff than I had before. And for what? The cost of a lord I may not even bother using. Clannishin. I wouldn't mind checking out Clannishin. I wouldn't mind seeing if they've got Deathmaster Skitch still as their faction leader. Midland, do I want to give you military access? You know what? Fine. Yeah, I'll give you some. You're willing to pay me. I mean, that was better than what Ostland was willing to... Sorry, Nordland was willing to do. You know what? I'm just looking at the faction bars they're going across, and we can see the different faction strengths. And we are one of the strongest factions in the game now. We must be. I'm just looking at everyone else, and they seem to be very low. I mean, that's no doubt because we've got so many allies at this point, thanks to the other Bretonnian dukedoms, as well as the dwarf clan that we're currently allied with. But, yeah, we've just got so many people to think about. Here we go. High Seas Decree. The King decrees that the filthy pirate scum infesting the southern seas must be eradicated, so no trace of their foul presence remains. I think that's worthwhile. We'll do that. We can continue now unifying Bretonnia, like so. Right. Florence, first of all. Let's move you over here. Jason, we're going to have you... Oh, hang on. Where did the Eagles go? Did they do a runner? The muscle saw... Oh crap, they're coming back up to full strength. I'll tell you what then, let's send you guys down here after them. I'm not too worried about the Wood Elf agents here, they can just do what they want. Sort his units, please. Oh, it's force marching, that's why. Okay, well, for the moment, we're going to have my Leonka move to the border here. Not going to cross over just yet. We might as well just wait till next turn and then we can do it. Alright, and assign skill points. May affect Vermont. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to sort out... Tell you what, actually. Let's go for these two. We need to get rid of one of his agents, aren't we? Right.
Morgiana.
Let's have you come over here now. I'll tell you what, actually, stop.
I deem your
It's going to take 2 turns anyway, so I might as well have it on normal stance, so that way then, if we get attacked, they're not going to start off quite tired. So we'll let that happen. Now what can we do here? Now I want to save room for the 2 landmark buildings, because that would be a great addition, especially once we get them done. It's going to take a lot of money though, but we're definitely going to go for that. What I am tempted to do is one of 2 things. One, we can try and build up our clay pots, which to be honest, I'm not that particularly fussed about doing. But the one I'm kind of interested in trying out is this. So if you remember, this is the modded building that allows me to recruit hordes. So the hordes tend to have like 240 men in them instead of, or 160 in this case, rather than having some of the smaller ones. So I'm wondering, that could be quite useful. Especially when we get up to here, where we're going to have, like, Knights of the Realm with 90 units in. I mean, that would be great. But we can't afford it right now. We need to continue waiting as we build up our forces a bit more. What's going on? Oh, hang on. Bordelot, you sneaky bastards. Looks like Albrecht here has decided to come through past Marienburg and managed to colonize Grunzent. I mean, at least it's going to use, I guess, and once I do eventually confederate with them, I can give it back to the dwarves then, with no issues. There you go, that's a quick, easy thing. That's the thing though, we don't actually have a lot of money right now. We've basically got all the low tier buildings we need, and all we can do now is start saving up money to get high tier ones. The only thing I could see about spending my money on perhaps is building up another army, but then that's just going to reduce our income even more. What I think I'm going to do for the moment is... Ooh. Tiny Tim, you are going to die now. Right, because of this, you do not just try raiding in Bretonnian lands. Right next to it, their king. It's just not the way you do things. I know you're a pirate, but still, you are going to die. Again. But no, if we're going to keep the Fey Enchantress around, up in the north, I do need to try and get her into some fights. Just so we can actually get... Oh, hang on. What do you want me to face? Togafan? No. But we do need to get her into some sort of fight, just so we can actually improve her experience. And I eventually would like to try and go after her chest grade. Because, what is her one again? It's the, her cup, isn't it? The chalice of potions, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while since I've actually played as them, to be honest. Ooh. You want a military alliance? I'm going to have to decline. Nordland's gone. Didn't notice that, but yeah, Nordland's been eliminated. Interesting. I do think... for something a little bit, like, I would like to try and do something that maybe a crusade against the Dark Elves or something. But I'm thinking what may have to be done is, once we've done with, like, Southern Stalia, and that, it might be, and Tilia, it might be an idea to actually send an army up to deal with the Norskins. I think it would just be quite useful to get rid of them. And I know we may not settle on actually colonizing anywhere. We may just go after them, burn their stuff to the ground, maybe take a base of some sort. I mean, Albion's not too far away, is it? Alright, let's have you first of all sort their army. There we go, managed to weaken a few of their units. So what do they have? They got a unit of Sirens. Okay, that could be interesting. Lots polearms, so decent armor piercing, guns. Handguns, lots of gunnery mobs, bombers. Interesting. So as you can tell from the title, this is explosive infantry. They've got grenades, basically. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys are going to be annoying. So for those of you who haven't played with the Vampire Coast, bloated corpses are one of the first units you can eventually recruit. And they're basically sacrificial units. You tell them to charge an enemy, they run towards them, they'll jump and as a body slam on top of them, and then they explode, killing off a lot of men if you're not careful. So if we fight these guys, we're going to have to be extremely careful about fighting these, because they could do a lot of damage if we let them hit us. And they're actually pretty fast as well. I mean, you consider, like, these zombies are speed of 31, right? If you check out my forces, they're the same speed. So zombies all move the same speed. And then you look at the bloated corpses, and that's a speed of 51. I mean, that's pretty good. Not to be careful with that. Anyway, before we actually do Fey Leonka, we'll be okay for now. Let's pop up to the Fey Enchantress. Alright, we're going to have you come over here now and do the Sea Corps. Alright, what do we get? Okay, the remains of a large sea beast are spotted floating in some nearby backwaters. The unidentified creature had been inexplicably ripped to pieces by an explosive force, its belly torn open and exposed. This mysterious find could prove bountiful, for who knows what devoured treasures might reside within its guts. An unidentified ship has also been spotted nearby, rival scavengers. Whoever they are, you're not the only one to share the salvage. You are not one to share salvage with anyone. That makes more sense. So we could wait, or we're going to go and loot the carcass. Which leads us to fight a unit of rogue pirates, which are so easy to deal with according to the balance bar. We're just going to auto-resolve. There, we lost 271 men. We wiped them all out. The Depth Guard managed to do pretty decent, 64 kills. My Paladin, Merivek, managed to kill 87. Good luck. Well done on you. Execute captives. There we go, we've managed to get 8,000 from that. Nicely done. And the Fey Enchantress managed to level up, even better. So, let's have you pull back now towards Corian. You'll be able to get there next turn. Alright, can we get any replenishment right now? No, apparently we're in hostile waters because we're near Norska. Okay, let's have a quick look. What to do with you? Ah, here we are. Chalice of Potions. This is at rank 9, so next rank we'll be able to work on that. Okay. Quest and Vow. I'm going to give her that. Simply because right now they're the only units we can get until we upgrade our stables, and that's not going to be in a big rush right now. Power Familiar. We can go for all them different ones over here. Blessed Water. Charge bonus of 30%. Magic resistance 20%. Ooh, those are quite nice. Gifted Beginnings. That would be quite useful, considering... Yeah. Oh, that is quite nice. What I'm thinking though is, because of her units, if we got something here that can help out... Yeah, extra armor for Grail Reliquaries and that. Yeah, sure, let's take it. Considering she's got Battle Pilgrims, Grail Reliquary, and Foot Squires in her army, I think that would be quite a nice choice to go for. So yeah, we'll have you... I'll tell you what, actually. Can you come up on here this turn? There we go, we can get a little bit of replenishment going anyway. Right, and because of the amount of money, we now can get a Pegasus Ivy. Nicely done. Okay, last but not least now, we've got Leon Kerr. So what we're going to do, we're going to declare war on the Dread Fleet. Bansbar, according to this, very, very much in my favour. What I'm going to do though, I'm not going to call my allies in. I don't know, do I want to? Yeah, let's call them in, why not? Everyone's joined in because they all like me, that's good to see. And I'm going to end the episode here. I have to say, I'm actually going to fight this one out in the next episode because I'm very interested to see how my army will do against the Vampire Coast before we actually start worrying about fighting them properly as we work our way through the Dread Fleet. So all I'm going to say for now is thank you very much for watching today's episode. I know it's a bit late today, but I hope you guys don't mind. And I hope you join me next time for more Warhammer action. But until then, take care, and goodbye for now.